court, and basically that it's pretty unregulated here in Manatee County, and that he had seen and heard that in Sarasota County it was regulated and they were having a much better time with the. So after that discussion, we brought together a group of law enforcement, judges, state attorney's office. We also called the public defender and invited them to participate in a discussion about adopting a similar ordinance in Manatee County to what they have in Sarasota. The ordinance in Sarasota has been in place for about 10 years. It's battle tested. It has done very, very well. The sheriff is in support of the ordinance. The state attorney's office is in support of the ordinance. Bradenton PD is in support of the ordinance. And I think it will go a long way in preventing some of these substances that they're trying to regulate a little bit at the state level, but what's been done so far at the state level really isn't addressing the issue in a way that they can use at an on-the-ground level. So I, just kind of responded to the needs of the judicial system and law enforcement, and brought this forward for discussion of an ordinance.
All right. I put myself on more just to ask you a couple of questions. The state keeps passing new laws about Delta 8 and about kratom and so forth every year.
Yep.
Many of those laws have been done just in the past couple of years. Some of them have
Yep.
been pushed by delegates from here, Manatee County. But they are all more recent than the Sarasota ordinance we're being asked to look to, which is a decade plus old. So my question is, what would this ordinance do that the state hasn't already done? Because I believe they passed an age limit, right? You have to be 21 to buy this. So now we're trying to restrict 21-year-olds, correct?
Correct.
So what would this do that the state hasn't already done since Sarasota passed this 11 years ago?
So again, what we would be doing is restricting the sale of kratom in the county, period. Right now, what they've put in place at the state level is an age restriction, and then they recently banned a certain type of kratom. But apparently, according to law enforcement, they don't have a really good way to actually regulate that. They don't have the testing equipment that they need when they pull kratom off the street to know whether it falls into the category of what's been restricted by the state. The effects that we're seeing from, according to drug court, are really significant withdrawal symptoms, really significant issues with major physical addiction to this stuff, which has been marketed in a way that is saying it's safe, it's a way to get off of opiates, and unfortunately that's not actually what's happening, and it's having some real negative impacts on people that are using it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Kratom illegal?
No.
It is not illegal. There is a certain type of kratom which has been made illegal in the state, but it is only a certain, I guess, highly concentrated formulation that's been made illegal.
Because synthetic 708 is not the same as kratom.
A legal substance?
To ban its sale in Manatee County, I'm interested in that. I'm wondering if the rest of the board is.
Okay. Alcohol? Okay, Commissioner McCann.
I just have one quick question. Do we have the authority to make an ordinance like this? One, that, it is a legal substance right now. And two, Sarasota is a chartered county and we're not a chartered county. Do we have the authority to make this type of ordinance?
Good question, Commissioner. I believe we do, but we haven't been tasked with fully researching this issue at this point. My understanding of the ordinance that Sarasota has, and I have talked to the county attorney in Sarasota about this, is they have a designer drug ordinance so that they can account for the fact that there may be substances that the federal or the states are trying to ban, but by simply changing the formula for the drug ever so slightly, the manufacturers of these drugs are able to evade prosecution by state and federal authorities. And so the idea behind the designer drug ordinance that Sarasota has is to catch all those, it's the same thing as synthetic cannabis, but it's got one slightly different ingredient, so therefore it doesn't meet the definition under state law, but that way Sarasota catches it through their ordinance. Now, we would still have to do some research on this, but we can certainly look into it if this is the direction the board wants to go.
Was that it, Commissioner McCann? Yeah. All right, Commissioner Siddiq.
It's another question for Commissioner Ballard. I couldn't quite make a distinction in public reporting on overdoses, opioid-related incidents, crimes, what have you, that distinguish between the derivative of kratom, it's not kratom itself, but it's the synthetic derivative of kratom, and your typical opiate. I know it's an important distinction to make. I'm just curious, have you seen separate data that indicates that we have someone collecting kratom and processing OH7 out of it, and that leading to an increase in crime cases?
There's multiple 7OH vendors and
So I don't have that. What I do have is reports from the judge running drug court that they're seeing significant numbers of these synthetic substances that are having negative impacts on people who are coming through drug court in the community.
Okay, that's fair. Do you know, it's a general number of cases that we've seen, has that spiked recently?
I don't have the specific data, but I'm sure that we could go to Judge Aaron or go to Alfred James at drug court and get some of that information.
Understood. I don't have any more questions. Thank you.
Commissioner Ron.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Commissioner Ballard, real quick, so the sale of this is banned from anybody under the age of 21, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, and then, so this is readily available in 7-Elevens, Wawa. I'm trying to figure out where this is readily available at for. I'm more concerned about kids under 21. 21 old, they can do whatever they want to do. But so where is this readily available at? Where people are picking this up? Is it like from smoke shops or?
I think typically, I think the largest source is like your smoke shops, vape shops, that type of thing. I don't believe it's generally sold at large convenience stores like Wawa, those types of places.
So it's not readily available like in a retail situation.
I mean, it's readily available at retail, but more so in the smoke shops and vape shops.
where you have to be.
Okay. So what you're asking for is specifically for a designer, to where like I got this kratom and I got the purest sense of it that I can buy, but then somebody alters it with something else, and then you got a kratom A, B, C, D, or whatever that somebody can get because they keep altering it. Are you asking for a designer type, or you just want across the board, no sale of this, no matter what it is, any place, anytime, anywhere? Is that what you're looking for?
So the ordinance that we're looking at, if you can actually go in and read the Sarasota ordinance, and it's specifically designer drug.
But that's synthetic 7OH.
It addresses the intent to regulate on the state and federal levels, but the way that those attempts to regulate have been evaded by these small changes in formulation over and over and over again. And so it's basically the state and federal government have not kept up.
God, she's
with
conflating
every
the two.
little iteration that's come out.
I literally just came in, so I'm trying to like.
She's
thank you.
conflating the
Thank you,
fucking
Sharon.
two. It's only been on for like 9 minutes.
Okay.
Here's kind of my thinking process behind this.
I think that this is more of a bias type of, decision, whether or not someone should have this particular drug or not. Are there any type of quantitative or qualitative or mixed methods, dissertations, or studies that are out there that can back up this claim?
You got,
Are there studies on, are you talking about specifically kratom? Are you talking about its iterations? Are you talking about the synthetic cannabinoids? Are you talking about salvia? Are you talking, so
what are you even talking about?
Because, I mean,
this
we're just trying to
potentially
base this off
catches
of,
a
well, what I don't,
significant number of
Yeah.
controlled
Man, it
or
looks like it's
potentially
reserved.
controlled substances.
what I don't want to do is try to make a decision based off a he say, she say
Yeah.
type of situation. I would like to see some type of, there may not be, some sort of qualitative analysis regarding whether or not this is doing what it says it's doing. A judge is a judge, he's seeing a lot, but what type of studies has he done, to see that there's a connection there? That's what I want to come up with. Like, I think that maybe this is kind of premature. I think
Yeah.
we need to do a little bit more analysis.
In
Maybe
her
we need
mind, she wants to
find
get rid of
somebody
all
who
kratom
has,
to stop the synthetic
some sort of
708.
study that we
In my
go
opinion.
by to help us on this board to help make a decision on something like this. Is there anything that you know of that's out there that we might be able to look at, based on, what the judge is saying?
So I'm sure that I can find you a significant number of studies and information about designer drugs generally, about kratom specifically.
Kratom's not a designer
You know,
drug.
I'm happy to try and find that information.
They're not happy with her at all.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's even any type of
Is it
research
glitchy
out
on
there.
your end?
That's,
Yeah, it's like
There
freezing
is.
up.
I mean, not just research,
You
but
want me to try and
actually
share my
like
screen?
a year-long study to see what the, I mean, if we talk about tobacco, right, there's dissertations on tobacco products that are out there.
Hold on, let me
that I
go
can look and say, okay, I
and
can
see what it
judge
looks like
this
on
and
mine,
see,
on
yeah, there are
YouTube.
maybe there are some results, because I want to take all biases out and look at something.
It
to
looks
make a
like it's
decision,
fine, but I bet your YouTube
you
looks
know,
like
and
it's
I'm-
fine
That's why I'm
too.
wondering if there is any quantitative,
It happened
qualitative
after I added
research
you on.
studies based on this particular subject.
Let me go out and come back in.
Okay.
Sure. And I will say I can provide you with that information. I mean, if we need to go through and get the studies, if everybody would like to read those studies, we can absolutely bring this back.
I'd be open for that.
Okay. Commissioner Siddiq.
They need Laura to teach them. They need an educational seminar.
Yeah.
As far as a proposal to move forward with research and the presentation of a possible ordinance, which I understand I've run into this myself, would require additional
It's still
support
glitchy.
from staff. I think this proposal, as it is today, has met the threshold to at least warrant some level of staff support, perhaps the attorney support as well, to research statute, working with Commissioner Ballard, maybe others, to present a sensible proposal back. I've done the research on kratom. I've
You want me to do
seen,
mine?
didn't get to hear back from Sarasota County Commissioners, I know, in time, but I think it would give us some more time to reach out to them. And at the end of the day, we're not binding ourselves to an implementation of this. I mean, we evaluated short-term vacation rentals, spent some staff's time on it, and it went nowhere, and that's fine. But that's us doing our job. So I'd be in support of at least moving this issue forward to get additional staff's time and input. I mean, we have Sheriff Wells has signed on to it, and Chief Kramer as well. Obviously, they're the ones dealing with this, whatever issues that they might be seeing on the front lines. So it carries a little bit more weight with me to at least dedicate some resources to investigate this. So Commissioner Ballard, if you want to make a motion, I'm happy to second that.
Sure. So I will move to evaluate and consider an ordinance regulating kratom. And we'll bring back with that potential ordinance some additional research about the drug, and maybe we can have some of our representatives from the court system as well as the sheriff's office in person at that next meeting so that they can talk a little bit more specifically about what they're seeing in the community.
I'll second that. Just to clarify, would you also like to direct staff to be part of that?
Sure thing.
Okay. So I'll second the motion there.
Okay. So I have whatever that motion was by Commissioner Ballard.
It was a great
supplemented
motion,
by Commissioner
for the
Siddiq,
record.
who also seconded it. With a
So they're pretty much
a
gonna
little
table it
prompting.
for right
Yeah.
now.
You can watch it on YouTube and get the gist. Commissioner Ballard, were you intending to cite a motion different than what was on the cover sheet, or were you trying to recite that from memory?
I was really trying to recite it from memory.
So your intent is the motion that was listed on the cover sheet of the agenda?
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
But with the caveat that we will also bring back some research studies for everyone's perusal.
I'm trying to open it. God, this computer.
They're whispering.
Mm-hmm.
The motion on the agenda, in case you have it in front of you, is I move that the board direct staff to review comparable ordinances, including Sarasota County's ordinance regulating kratom and other designer drugs, and to prepare a draft ordinance for consideration. The draft should be accompanied by a business impact statement and should be developed in consultation with law enforcement, prosecutors, public health, and other relevant stakeholders. That's the motion you had on your cover page. Is that the intent of your motion?
I think that's a pretty good motion.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I was able to read that all by myself. And then you wanted to add the extra section about research?
Yeah, that I will, or if everybody can just trust me that I will also provide that information, we will bring that back as well.
We'll trust but verify. Yeah. Okay, so we have a motion on the floor by Commissioner Ballard, seconded by Commissioner Siddiq. I put myself, just for clarification, I'm voting no on it. And I just want to clarify, it's legal.
Yeah.
It's already restricted to people over the age of 21.
Yep.
We can point to studies that say, oh, these people are getting sick from it. Well, I can point to probably more people who are legally using tobacco products.
Man,
I'm not going
I
to
like
ban
that
tobacco
guy.
products from Manatee County, nor do I believe I could. I'm sure if you go to the courts and ask the drug court about this one, you can probably go to the judge at the DUI court and probably find more people who are getting DUIs for drinking and driving
Preach
in
it.
Manatee County, and we're not banning alcohol in Manatee County. So it seems like I'm not going to run around banning 21-year-old adults from having their own personal liberties to make their own choices. I've been pretty firm with that for
Hell
5
yeah.
years up here. I'm not saying there's not validity to it. Sounds like there's a good chance you're going to get this passed to move it forward, but that's just my personal belief. I will open this up for public comment. Saying none. No one's on
Oh,
the phone.
shit. Well,
No one's on the board. I have a motion by Commissioner Ballard, seconded by Commissioner Siddiq. If you have not voted yet, you can vote now. Commissioner Ballard. How do you
Aye.
vote? All right. It passes 4-3 with Commissioners Feltz, Ballard, Siddiq, and Ron in favor, and Commissioners McCann, Bearden, and myself in opposition. All right,
so where's it go from there?
look at your reports. Moving on, we pulled item 44 because it was previously
I don't even know
discussed.
shit.
I don't know. It
Item
sounds
number
like it.
45, updating.
Nothing
opportunity
happened.
zone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is this gonna be a
So
long
the other people
conversation?
voted in favor of her.
Most of the time
Well,
we
it's just,
don't do that.
you can talk as long as you want. It's just, we're at the point of
Oh,
break,
Let's do a
so.
break.
Okay, so it's gonna be a little.
Okay,
so
I'm
we'll
ending
take a
the
10-minute
stream.
break till
Yeah,
10:35.
all
We'll
right.
come back for the last two items.
I'll hit you up after I'm done,
Okay.
or after we're done.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.